Welcome to this video tutorial brought to you by simpletut.com, and today is a continuation of our previous tutorials based on creating a user registration system and a file upload script, because today we're going to be showing you how to create unique user profile pages. This is going to involve uploading an image to your server and then displaying that image as a unique image for an individual user. So let's go ahead and just give you a quick demo of the script we'll be creating today. So the first page is, of course, our update page. This is the page where users will be able to update their profile. We've incorporated this modern, sleek design text editor. And of course, users can browse to upload a file to their profile. So let's show you how that works live. So I'm just going to click on Browse. Once you've selected an image, you can just click on Upload. And of course, this is an image of myself I've just uploaded. That's going to immediately take an effect, and it's going to go live on your server and on that user's profile. So this is what I'm showing you how to do. Again, you can do the same thing with text. You're creating unique user profiles. You're uploading an image to your server, storing that, and showing that on a user's profile. So it's a great tutorial. And again, it's a continuation and a combination of previous tutorials. Now, just to explain before we can actually begin coding anything up, we're going to be continuing this tutorial as a continuation of two of our previous other tutorials. Of course, the first was when we built the user registration system. Now, in this tutorial, we're building the profile pages. I'm showing you how to upload an image and how to store that image in a database and show that image as a unique image for that user. And now, if you don't have a registration built, then please refer to the description of this video or visit our website simpletut.com and search for the registration tutorial. You can follow that video, and once you've completed it, return to this tutorial to build your profile pages. As I previously mentioned, the second tutorial we'll be continuing from is the file upload tutorial, where we actually developed a PHP file upload script, and I showed you how to upload images or any file to your server and store it on your server. Now, you can follow along and develop that script with this tutorial. Again, links in the description of the video. Alternatively, we do offer you via our website simpletut.com. Again, links in the description. You can actually just download the copy of the script yourself, so you don't actually have to follow along with the tutorial. You can simply just download it. Alternatively, you can visit our official blog, again, links in the description, where you can actually just come along and copy and paste the script and all of the code for yourself. Again, it's just a huge time saver. And finally, the final thing we'll be using in this tutorial is CKEditor, but I'm not going to explain that at this point. I'm going to return to this later on in the tutorial. The first thing I've done is I've downloaded my copy of the file upload system package from simpletut.com. Again, links in the description. And I've copied the files into my site root. As you can see, I've got the upload folder, which is where the images will be stored. And of course, the actual example script. So I can actually just copy the script from here. Saves me time having to code that or develop it. So let's take this to the next level. I've also created two other pages. I've created a page where users, it's called Update Profile, where they can upload the image, their profile image, and they can enter about information. I've also got a profile page which is going to be viewable by other members. That will display their images, their profile image will display their about information. So let me go ahead and just get started with that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to our update page. This is where we're going to actually upload the images, profile image, and allow the user to enter information about themselves. So let's come over to the file upload page. I'm going to copy this PHP code. This is the script that's going to handle the actual file upload. So let's come back here. This is my update page, and literally on line 1, we're going to paste in our script, and we can save that. We're going to have to alter this and modify it slightly, but I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. The final piece of code we need is our form, And again, I'm going to insert my form into this div here. So I put my cursor here, and I'm just going to literally paste that in. Now I want two things, so I'm going to create a div within the form, and I'm going to put, okay, so I'm just going to copy the file field into this div, and then I'm going to create another div, and in here I'm actually going to insert a file field. So if I just come over to form, sorry, not a file field, actually a text area. So you can see now we got this. I'm just gonna quickly come up here, just below my opening head tag. I'm gonna create a pair of style tags, so I can just create a class. I'm just gonna call this form L for form elements, and I'm just gonna literally apply a margin from the top of about 6 pixels and a margin from the bottom of about 6 pixels also. So I can just come back here to these divs, just gonna apply that class to these divs. Now if I save it and come back here, you can see it's just basically opened that up, created some space. That's perfect. Now the final thing that we need to do here, this is going to upload images to the folder, but what we actually want to do is we want to be a bit smarter than that, because we want to have a profile image that displays here, and we want the person's about information to display here. So as you can see with the form, I've got a file field for the profile image and a text area for the about information. We're done with the file upload script, so we can close that file. And we're just going to be working with these two pages now. Okay, so the first thing that we'll cover is the changes that we need to make to this file upload script before we complicate it any further with any other code. Now, if you followed along with our previous tutorial about the file upload script, then you'd understand a large amount of this code. We basically, for those that didn't follow, we're using the file superglobal to create various different variables, such as the file name, the file size, temporary, file type, and various different things. So just after where we used preg replace, this is basically where we remove unwanted characters from the file name, which could create issues at a later stage. This is about the last thing that we do to the actual file name. So at this point, this is the name. We've got the name that we will be storing on our server if the upload is successful. So this is where we want to actually turn the name into a session we can use to store in our database. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say session start, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a session, and you can call this session anything you want. I'm going to call it profile pic name. Okay, but you can literally call it anything you want, and that is going to equal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this variable which contains the actual file name that we're uploading, and we're just going to put that into the session. So we're creating a session, and we're putting the session equals this, whatever this variable contains, which is the file name that's being uploaded. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to do several things. The first thing we need to do is we need to come over to our server behaviors panel, and we need to create a record set, because what we want to do is we want to find out what user is actually logged in, and this is the user, we want to actually update. So we're going to call this record set, let's just call it user for now. It's obviously going to be the users table. Now, provided you followed along with the user registration tutorial, we can filter the user that's logged in based on username and the session variable, which is actually mm_username. And this has to be exactly the same as the session created upon logging in. And again, if you followed along with the registration tutorial, you'd know exactly what I meant by that. Now, the first thing we need to do is we just need to create a hidden field. And if we come over to properties, we can actually just say user, and that's the user hidden field. And the value of this hidden field is actually coming from the record set, and it's going to be the user ID, and click on OK. And we can save it. So this is the users table that we created. And as you can see, we need to create a new field. So I'm coming to structure, and we're going to just add on a field. And this is going to be for the profile image. For now, let's just set this as text. It can be null, and save. This is where we're going to store the file name. It's very, very important that we remember to create this in our table. Now, the final change that we need to do here is actually for the about information. So again, I'm going to add another field in the database table, and I'm just going to say bio. And this is, again, it's going to be text, null, and save. So we've created two more fields in our database, bio and profile image. I think both of them are pretty self-explanatory. So let's return to Dreamweaver and finish off our code. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to my server behaviors panel on the update page, and I'm gonna select update record. And then I'm gonna select the correct table, which is the users table. It's gonna show me all the fields here. The user ID, which is our primary key, is the hidden field. That's gonna basically tell us and tell our script which user we actually should be affecting. And then for our profile image, this isn't going to be what we use, but for now I'm just going to set this as the hidden field. And for bio, what I'm actually going to do is select the text area we just created, and that should be inserting as text. Very important. And finally, after updating, we want to redirect this to profile.php, which is going to be the user's profile. So let's click on OK, and we can save this. Now what we want to do now is actually make some changes to the code, which we're going to have to actually go into and do manually. So let's come back to the code. The first major thing we need to change is this. This is our file upload script. None of this will actually work with unless this is first. So this has to be the first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that to the very top of the page. So I just need to reinsert some PHP tags. So again, we're uploading the file first. We're creating the all-important session, and of course then we're doing the rest. So we're creating the record set, and then we're actually uploading it, which is the most important thing. Okay, so this is the integer. This is the user ID value. This is the user that will be affected. This is the text area, which will contain the bio, and here this is actually the profile image. What we actually want to do here, which is on line 68, it could be different for you, but we want to replace this, and instead of going from the hidden field, which Dreamweaver won't allow you to do, which is why you have to do this in the code, we're going to paste in the session, or just write in the session that we created previously when we're uploading the file. And this contains the server file name of the image that is being uploaded with the form. Okay, this is very, very important. Extremely important, actually. So that is basically what you have to do. Now, if we come back now to here, what we want to do is we want to actually make this a little bit fancier. So I'm going to go over to CKEditor. Now, CKEditor is a great application that you can apply to your scripts. If you don't know what it is, I'll just click on the demo. It basically gives you this. It's a really attractive way for you to allow users to incorporate a more content management feature into your scripts, so they can edit and enter the bio information much nicer. So let's go ahead and show you how easy it is to install this. I'm going to go to download. Now you can actually download the package, or you can use a server hosted version, which I would strongly recommend you use. I'm going to select the basic package. I'm just going to include this script. All I have to do is just come into my code view for the page I want to use this on. Just after my opening head tag, I'll put it here. And then if I just come over here, it's going to show me this is what I need. This is the little piece of JavaScript I need. And if I come to just after my closing form tag and I paste that, you're going to see I have my text area. This is the name of my text area. Place that here. Now if I come into Dreamweaver and I launch this in a browser, and what you'll see is basically we have this. So users will be able to really easily, in a really beautiful way, enter your content. And it will just basically look a lot nicer than if you were just to leave in a simple text field. But I'm going to show you how to do all this anyway. So let's come back to Dreamweaver and our source code. And what we want to do is now go over to our profile page. This is where we're actually going to insert the content that's uploaded. So if I come over back to my server behaviors panel on this page, I've already got a user's record set. I've already got a record set on this page. This is my profile page, which is going to be a public page, which is of course the purpose of having a profile page, but it's a public page which anyone can see. So we're going to need to filter it a little bit differently. So just to show you, on this page I've got a record set, can be called anything. It's called user in this example. And what I'm going to be filtering it on is based on anything I want, but I'm going to filter it on the username equals, not session variable, but the URL parameter, and I'm going to call this user. Okay, and I'll click on OK to that. And I'll explain more about why later. And let's come over to bindings, and what I'll be able to do is literally drag this in. So for example, first name here, followed by last name, and then here just underneath, if I just put in a couple line breaks, I'll insert my bio. And I'm just going to remove the heading tag. And of course, this is now where we're going to start discussing how to handle the images. So again, just to explain, the way that this works is we have our profile image field within our database table, but you do not, and this is actually something that a lot of people are confused about, you do not store the image, the actual file, in a database. That's not possible. You do not do that. What you do is you have a field within the table which stores the server file name of that image or file. And then what happens is on the page, you basically point that to the location where the file is stored, and then you bind that to something like a record set to display that image. So just to show you how it works, I'm going to come into code view. This is where I'm actually going to be inserting my image. So I'm just going to insert an image. So this is actually going to be upload, and then here open and closing PHP tags. And what we're going to actually do is we're going to echo, if I find this, actually I don't need to do that at all. So a lot simpler. From my record set, I have my profile image. Just going to bind that part of the code right here. So this is what it should look like. I can then save it. I just need to close that, save that. Come back to design view. You can see we now have this dynamic image which is set up to display. So let's come back to our update profile. The final thing that we need to do is actually okay, now this is the part of the code which actually tells the script where to redirect once it's been successfully posted, when a user's updated their information or a new profile image has been uploaded. It's sending them to the profile. Now, as you noticed, we updated the record set to display the information on the page dependent on a URL parameter, as in the user's page that you're viewing. So what we need to do is, as well as redirecting to this profile, we need to actually add in the URL parameter. To do that, just enter question mark user equals, and then we need to use this, we need to concatenate the username here. Now if I save that, that's about everything, but what you'll probably find when you launch this in your browser and you test it. Okay, so I've loaded up the page in my web browser, and I'm just going to go ahead and test it out. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to browse and select an image, and then I'm just going to enter something in here. So I'll just say, hey, hope you like my profile, and then click on upload. And as you can see, it comes over to my profile. I can see my information, my name, and of course the most important thing, I can see my profile pic. Now just to show you that it does work, I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually update and change this pic. So again, I'm just going to browse, and I'm just going to click on upload, and you can see again it's changed my profile picture. So that's how you do it. You're uploading the file to your server, then you're storing that in a folder, you're then pointing a page to the location and adding in the file name to the path dynamically to display that image. And that's as easy as it is. Thank you for following along with this video tutorial. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you for following with this video tutorial, but also to encourage you to visit our official social network called simpletut.com. And here we post all of our tutorials, including the registrations tutorial and the file upload tutorial, but we have many others, and this is a fantastic learning resource for you if you are trying to learn new things about web design. And of course, we do have an ask a question area where you can post a question about this or any other tutorial, or perhaps a project of your own, and a member of our team would be more than happy to get back to you and support you on that issue. We also have a range of freebies which we're adding to on a regular basis, as referenced to earlier in this tutorial, including the file upload script, but a number of other resources which we're adding to on a regular basis. Of course, your support enables us to continue to provide those resources and the content that you love. So if you feel like you would like to make a contribution, then we do have a donate button on our website that you can use. But in addition to that, we also have our official Facebook page And here we post all of our new tutorials, keep you updated on various new resources and news about the site. And of course, if you like our Facebook page, you will receive that information and those updates when we release new tutorials. You'll be one of the first to see it and have that opportunity to use that and learn from that. I'd also like to inform you about one of our latest projects called CSSMenuCreator.com. There'll be a link in the description of this video to all of these websites and resources. And this is basically an online application that you can use to build your own custom CSS menus. It literally writes the code for you. It's an incredible resource which we encourage you to make the most of. I'd also like to encourage you to visit our official website, which is siteeasy.com. Again, a link will be available in the description. Here we sell a variety of pre-built website applications, including user registration, site search, digital goods for PayPal, comment systems, billing systems, and much more. We also offer complete pre-built websites for those of you looking for a one-stop solution, including an e-commerce website, one of our latest releases, the social network, content management, file upload, property listings, and much more. We also offer custom web design. And of course, we do offer custom web design for those of you that have a more unique or custom project. And of course, you can get in touch with us via our support page on any of our websites, and a member of our team will be more than happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thank you very much for following along with this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, visit our channel, watch more of our videos, and of course like our page to receive more updates and resources as they are available.